Hi, I'm Joe Van Doren, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for the Day. I'm very excited to be here with you today. And we have a great word. The virtue that came up today for us was unity. So we're trying some new things. I hope you like it. But let's read the description about unity and then we'll discuss it a little bit. And it goes like this: Unity is a powerful virtue and it brings great strength. Unity is inclusiveness. It brings people together. We see our commonality without devaluing our differences. We experience our connectedness with all people and all life. Unity frees us from the divisiveness of prejudice and heals our fears. We refuse to engage in conflict, seeking peace in all circumstances. Unity comes when we value every person in our family or in our world. The joy of one is the joy of all. The hurt of one is the hurt of all. The honor of one is the honor of all. This is just one of those words and one of those virtues that we just can't get enough of. And it's actually the basis of a lot of the work that I've been trying to do in unifying families. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but right now, in the virtue of unity, as I look at it today, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to apply it to my own life. I'm really thinking about this idea of the value of everyone that we meet, the humanity of individuals, the dignity of them, the nobility of them. All of those are virtues. All of those are qualities that each person has, no matter who they are, what social class they fall into, what economic class they fall into, what color their skin is, whatever other differences that some individuals try to create, that only create division, and they never are able to bring about any sort of unity. And if when we get past all of that, when we meet individuals, at least my experience has been that with the meeting and the getting to know and to understand and to the practice of empathy with every individual that we meet, and really being there to hear and to listen, we come to find out that we're all the same. Every one of us has our own hopes, our own desires, our own dreams. Every one of us who has children desire very, very similar things for our kids. We want them to be successful. We want them to be happy. We want them to be safe and healthy. Those are just the basics, aren't they? And so unity is about first recognizing all of those things. And then we can get to know our individuals. And when that happens, it's just about an assurance that as we get to understand and to appreciate the differences and the likenesses of individuals, that we can grow to love them. And we love them because they're human. We love them because they're valuable. We love them because they have something to contribute to anything and everything that we do in life. And that's, just one of those virtues that I keep working on, because there goes an alarm for me. Because it's very easy to get caught up in the rhetoric of what's going on in the world today. And so we just refuse to do that. We refuse to be drawn into that. And I've been attacked for some views. And it's just, at times it's just unbelievable to me that someone would attack me for something. But it has happened. But that's beyond me. I'm not going to play into it. I'm not going to encourage it. I'm not going to engage it. I am going to look to see what it is that I can do to create more unity. So as I think about this today, I'm thinking about, our children and the way they're growing. up in a world where people are called out for all kinds of things. And I would just encourage parents that as we're trying to build unity in our family, how do we do that? We do it by getting on the same page, right? We do it by having very clear ideas about who we are as a family, who we are as individuals, what our desires are for our children, what is it that we want to be known for? How do we want to be known both as a family and as individuals? And when we're very clear about the virtues and the values of our family, and we communicate them, notice I'm getting into the 4 C's here, and we communicate them in a consistent way with our children and with ourselves, and we live in a consistent way by those values. We make our decisions and our choices that we make for ourselves and for our children and for our family based on our values and the principles that we want to live by. And when we draw around us a community of individuals, and we draw a community in to help to support us in those values and principles and the virtues, now we're going to be a united family because we're all aimed at the same exact thing. We have the same purpose. And even though as our kids grow, they're going to have things that are important to them. And that's okay because it's not about, what they're going to be when they grow up. What it's about is what are the principles that they're going to live by? What is it, the virtues that they're going to develop? How are they going to treat other people? What are they going to contribute to society and to others? Or are they going to be, being mean to other people? And I don't even want to think about that, I want my kids to offer something good to the community that they live in. And that's how unity begins. So I would encourage all of us, adults and children, to instead of growing our sights on looking at what people are doing quote unquote wrong or what is making them bad, I would like to encourage people to have what I would call an acknowledgement culture. Acknowledge the virtues in other people. Acknowledge them for being valuable. Acknowledge them for the dignity that they deserve. And if we do that, if we can acknowledge people for their worth, their value, their virtues, if we can look deeper than just the outward appearance of maybe some possible behavior that they've had, if we can get beyond that and see them for their inner good, then we're going to start developing a more united community, a more united family. This is especially true with our children, and I'm just a very quick comment on that, and that is this. When our children are with us, we want to acknowledge them not for being good girls or good boys, not for being nice, not those are all so generic terms that mean absolutely nothing unless they're based on virtues. And so why not just acknowledge them for the virtue? Why not say to them, I really appreciate, or I can see the loyalty that you showed to your friend. I can see the tolerance that you showed with your brother or sister. And then explain to them what tolerance is, right? I really appreciate the helpfulness that you showed when you brought the groceries in for your mom. Acknowledge each other, begin in the family, and when we can do that, when we can acknowledge our family members for the virtues that they have, it's going to make it much easier for us in the community to acknowledge others. All right, everybody, that's what I'm thinking about today when it comes to this virtue of unity. I am so happy this word came up because it is certainly one that all of us can focus on at least for one day. So let's do that. And until next time, keep practicing the 4 C's of successful families of clarity, communication, consistency, and community. Until next time, bye.